Most men misunderstand one moment that quietly decides the future of their relationship. She's lying next to you. You reach for her. She pauses and says, "Not tonight." And instantly, your mind jumps to the wrong conclusion, that she doesn't want you anymore. But here's the uncomfortable truth backed by decades of relationship research. When a woman says no to sex, she's rarely rejecting intimacy. She's responding to how she's been feeling with you long before the bedroom ever happened. Here's the sensational fact most people never hear. According to sexologists and psychologists who study female desire, women don't lose desire because of age, hormones, or stress alone. They lose desire when emotional safety disappears. Research from the Kinsey Institute and modern sex therapy shows that female desire is responsive, not spontaneous. It doesn't ignite on command. It responds to connection, presence, and partnership built hours earlier. When she says "not tonight," what she's often saying is, "I don't feel emotionally close enough to open myself right now." The real problem isn't sex, it's disconnection that accumulates quietly. Relationship psychologist Gottman calls these moments missed bids for connection. Throughout the day, she reaches out in small ways, sharing a thought, a frustration, a story. When those bids are met with distraction, problem-solving instead of listening, or emotional absence, her nervous system slowly stops seeing you as a safe place. Desire shuts down not as punishment, but as protection. By the time the bedroom moment arrives, her body has already decided. What she truly wants is simpler than most men think, but harder to sustain. She wants to feel seen without being evaluated, touched without pressure, heard without being fixed. Sexologists like Emily Nagoski explain that desire emerges when the nervous system shifts from stress mode into safety mode. That shift happens through small, consistent signals of presence, eye contact, attention, affection with no agenda. When those signals are missing, no technique in bed can compensate. Another hidden desire killer is something psychologists call the mental load. When she carries the invisible responsibility of planning, remembering, managing, and anticipating everything, attraction erodes. Not because she's ungrateful, but because desire cannot coexist with resentment. Studies from UC Berkeley show that when women perceive their partner as another responsibility instead of a capable equal, sexual desire drops sharply. What reignites attraction isn't asking how to help, it's taking ownership without being asked. So what actually works? First, emotional presence before physical pursuit. 5 minutes of undivided attention every day does more for desire than any bedroom move. Second, non-sexual touch that expects nothing, because safety precedes passion. Third, visible partnership, owning responsibilities fully, not assisting. Fourth, patience. Desire doesn't return instantly. It returns when her body stops bracing and starts trusting again. Fifth, consistency, not grand gestures, predictable presence. Here's the truth most men never accept until it's almost gone. She didn't lose her desire for intimacy. She lost her desire to be intimate with someone who felt emotionally absent, distracted, or dependent. The woman you're with still has desire. But desire needs the right conditions. Emotional oxygen, not pressure. When those conditions are restored, her yes stops being forced and starts being genuine, a necessary note of responsibility. If your relationship includes emotional abuse, betrayal, coercion, or unresolved trauma, desire cannot be rebuilt without professional support. Hormonal changes, medications, and mental health conditions can also affect libido and require medical guidance. This information is educational, not a replacement for therapy or counseling. Healthy desire only grows in healthy emotional environments. If you want her to say yes more often, stop focusing on the moment she says no. Focus on how she feels with you all day long. Presence creates safety. Safety creates openness. Openness creates desire. Desire doesn't disappear, it waits. And when you finally understand what she truly wants, her yes stops being something you chase and becomes something she chooses.